Hi everybody, happy Monday again. I'm coming to you now with our reading and writing lesson. Today we're gonna shift gears a little bit and start thinking about trees that are in Michigan. So we're gonna be reading some stories about trees in Michigan and taking notes about them and then doing some writing to share all of the information that we've learned. So our learning target today is I can research a tree and I can take notes on a tree. So remember before we had our closure, we talked about researching, which is like reading and experimenting to find out something new. So we're gonna be reading to find out something new about a tree in Michigan, and we're gonna take notes about that. So today, the only thing you're gonna need is this note-taking sheet. It looks like this. It's got 4 boxes. It's got a learning target. I can take notes about my tree, and this is what you're going to need to follow along with today. I actually recommend that you have this with you while you're watching this video because I'm going to be showing you the parts of the story, and you'll be able to draw and write about it as soon as you see me doing it. So you're going to start by writing your name. And then I'm going to show you which tree we're studying today. So today we're going to be studying the live oak tree. And it's on my computer, so I'm going to show it to you here so you can see it. Maybe I'll send you a copy of this too if it's a little hard to see. So we're going to be studying the live oak tree. So on your papers, on the top here, it says I am studying the blank tree, and the blank we're going to write live oak. And you can also find the name, how to spell live oak on your tracker. It's written right here where it says read about live oak. It's written right there too. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this story, and I'm gonna pause after each page and show you the box that you should be taking notes in. And when we take notes, we're gonna draw with pictures something you learned on that page, and we can also add some words, and I'll show you how to do that. So, oops, sorry. All right, let's get started. So, live oak. This is a live oak tree. It needs lots of water. It needs some sun. So I'm going to pause right there. And I'm going to find the box that shows water and sun. I see water and sun. Now I remember it just said it needs lots of water and some sun. So I'm going to draw a water droplet. And you can either use your pencil or a crayon and fill it up all the way because it needs a lot of water. And I also might write the words a lot. So a lot. It needs a lot of water. And then water is a word that's right here, so you can copy that right there. It needs a lot of water. So then when I look back in the story, I remember it said it needs a lot of water and some sun. And they only colored in, the author of this story only colored in half of the sun because it doesn't need a lot of sun, it just needs some sun. So on my notes, I'm gonna draw a sunshine and just color in half of it because it just needs some sun. And then I'm also going to add the words some sun. So to write some, maybe I'll sound out some sun. You don't need to worry about spelling on this at all today. This is just note taking because we're going to use these notes to help us with our writing later this week. All right, let's keep reading. So we read about how much water and sun the live oak tree needs. Let's keep reading to find out what else it needs. Some animals depend on the live oak for food. Some squirrels eat nuts from the tree. So do some turkeys. So do some raccoons. And so do some ducks. I'm going to zoom in on that for you to see. So now what we're going to do is go back to our note-taking sheet. Sorry, it's a little hard hard to find the best angle for the camera. And we're going to find the part that has animals. And I just want you to choose one of those animals that you thought was really interesting. You don't have to write about all of them. And you're going to draw and write the animal and what they eat. And then we can try to sound out a word to spell too. So I think I was most surprised that turkeys eat the nuts from the oak tree. So I think I'm going to draw that. But you can draw which animal you like the most. So the turkey has some feathers, it has a long neck, and I remember it was bending down to eat the acorns or the nuts from the tree. So the turkey eats nuts. And then I'm gonna go back and try to spell the word turkey. And I also might spell the word nuts. And I'll zoom back in here to see if that can help me. Okay, I see turkey starts with a T. Turkey. 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 Okay, and the turkey eats nuts. Nut. Turkey eats the nuts. Great. Let's keep reading and find out more. And remember, you don't have to do turkey. You can do whichever animal you find the most interesting. Interesting facts about the oak tree. The branches of the live oak are often covered in moss. The wood is good for building boats, and it grows very quickly. All right, so now I'm going to use that information to fill in the rest of my notes sheet. So the top box here says, what do the leaf and trunks look like? When I look back at the picture of the oak tree here, it looks like the leaves are green. They don't look pointy, they look flat. If I go back up to the top and see the actual picture of the tree, I can't really see a lot about the leaves. So I think in my box, I'll just draw that thing that I just noticed, which was that they're green and they're kind of flat. And maybe if we want to learn more about what the leaves look like, you might want to look up on Google what oak tree leaves look like. And I'm gonna add the word green. Green leaves, okay. And then I remember when I read the story, it said that the trunk is covered in moss. So I'm gonna draw the trunk. And moss is like this green, soft growth on a tree that covers a lot of the trunk. So I might draw that, kind of like that. And I might write the word moss. Moss. Okay. The other thing I remember is that it said that the trunk grows really quickly. So I'm going to draw an arrow pointing up to show that it grew really fast. And then I might write a word to help me remember what that arrow means. Grow, 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 grow. Okay. The last box says, what is a fun fact about the tree? Something in the story that was kind of interesting. I remember back on this page that something interesting about the tree is that the wood is good for building boats. That's cool. I didn't know that wood from the oak tree builds boats. So I'm going to draw a picture of the boat. And I also might draw the trunk to show that the wood builds the boats. The wood makes boats. And I'm going to write the word boats. So, or I might say the wood makes boats. So wood makes boats. Boat. The wood makes boats. Great. So your note sheet should look pretty similar to mine, but you don't have to write all the exact same things that I write. So remember, for example, you could draw a different animal. If there's something that was interesting about the tree that was cool to you, you can draw something different here. You don't have to write the same words as me, but this is just a guide to help you. To help you remember all the cool things that we just learned about the oak tree. And we're going to need this for our writing later in the week, so make sure that you save this. And make sure that you do this before you go to Tuesday's lesson. All right, let me know if you need any help with this, and I'm super excited for you guys to learn about the oak tree. All right, guys, bye.